IPL is a team game, and especially when foreign players play with domestic Indian players, it boils down to collaboration, man management, mentoring the youngsters, resulting in performing as a unit. The consistent teams like Mumbai Indians, CSK, Delhi Capitals, and Sunrisers Hyderabad follow this pattern. If you recollect, I used to say that IPL in UAE is all about pitch behavior and dew factor. Team selection based on pitch conditions and dew factor. Agile captaincy. And fourth, how well the team combined is able to handle the pressure at crucial moments. Welcome to RK's Eagle Eye. If you look at our episode 1, Curtain Raiser, we indicated 5 teams to be in the top 5. And according to me, they were Chennai Super Kings, KKR, Mumbai Indians, RCB, and Sunrisers Hyderabad. So what has happened is CSK were out and Delhi Capitals were in the top 5 that I am talking about. I considered this prediction keeping in mind that batsmen have to rotate the strike, play it in the V and not square of the wicket on either side, bat deep with wickets in hand and use the last 5 overs as slog. Wrist spinners, I said, will play a vital role and to flight the ball rather than bowl flat. I also said that all-rounders or slog hitters may bat at higher order as the ball may come slower to the batsman as the match progresses. Abu Dhabi and Sharjah will offer more turn than Dubai. I said dew factor will play a vital role in all matches and team with more unity than individual brilliance may come up trumps. So the first team that I indicated was CSK. Why did I say that CSK will be in the top 5? Because they have players like Dhoni, Sam Curran, Jadeja, Faf du Plessis, Ambati Rayudu, Hazelwood Josh, Deepak Karan, Piyush Chawla, Bravo, Imran Tahir. They are all impact players and they have played consistently well for CSK. This team plays as a unit rather than some individual performance. So performance thus far, they are rated 7 out of 8. In my daily analysis, I was mentioning it's time for Watson to be moved out of the playing 11 after 4 to 5 games. MSD was persistent with him. So Watto has some heavy legs and CSK needs fresh legs to be replaced. Since he is 39 and well built, his movement is further constrained with less match practice. He has failed to keep rotating the strike and he focused only on hitting the boundaries and that too on square of the wicket and not playing the V. In these conditions, you need to play the V. And Watto was trying to hit out playing square of the wicket. As early as 3 to 4 matches of CSK, And in one of my daily reviews and analysis, I had advocated Sam Curran to open the innings along with Gaikwad. That would have set the momentum, having Faf to bat at number 3 and Raidu at number 4. The middle order would have actually looked much stronger than it shows. MSD, come on, tinker with the players you have instead of lame excuses. Why not Imran Tahir on game 4? A player who had purple caps last year, or Santner when Bravo was injured. And of all the people, Dhoni, you persisted with Kedar Jadhav. And my God, Engedi too. I would have definitely gotten Imran Tahir, Faf du Plessis, Santner or Bravo and Sam Curran. This team actually looked rusty throughout, and definitely they got settled only after match 10. Strange that they did not ask for Suresh Raina or Baji replacement. They are out of this IPL because of poor team selection, period. Now they need to strategize for a new thinking, new auction, fresh legs, and maybe new captain. Mumbai Indians, I had predicted them to be in the top 5 and they are. A most balanced and most consistent team, having won 4 IPL trophies, led by another Mr. Cool, Rohit Sharma. They are a team who can adapt to any given situations, and they play the same cricket year on year. They are covered on all aspects of the game, and they have players who rotate the strikes, who allow the slog hitters to bat, the Hardik Pandya and the Pollard. The mantra is very simple: controlled aggression, and the focus is very clear: retain the cup for the 5th time. But will Sunrisers Hyderabad spoil that party? Let's see. Again, why did Rohit not travel to Australia? Is there an issue, Virat Kohli? RCB. If one sees the overall performance of RCB the last 12 years, it is only Gale, Virat and ABD who have performed consistently for them. Good to see them bolstering with Finch and Padikkal this season. I said at the beginning of the show that all eyes will be on Padikkal, and it was. I also mentioned that as the match progresses, and since it is going to be a slow turner, and with Chahal, Negi, Sundar and Zampa in the team, the chances of RCB getting into the top 5 looks bright. I had also indicated that if RCB does not come into the top 5, they cannot do so under Virat Kohli, ever. And if that happens, one could see Rohit Sharma taking over the mantle from Virat for all the Indian matches. Good to see them in the top 5 in spite of all wrong decisions. Umesh Yadav and Dale Steyn, both of them leak runs, especially in the death overs. Again, like last year, much was dependent on Virat Kohli and ABD. I don't know whether you felt it or not. I felt after 10 matches, RCB gave a feeling that they have already won the tournament. And that's one of the reasons they lost all 5 matches after that. This was how Virat and team felt in World Cup 2019 during semi-finals against New Zealand. Come on, Virat Kohli, take up the accountability. If you cannot win in 8 years, you cannot do it at all. So Virat, you need to mature as a person. Rohit is not far behind you. Rohit is not far behind. He has won 4 times already and waiting to take up the mantle. I suppose that is going to happen in this World Cup T20. KKR. My prediction was that they'll be in the top 5, and they were. The most impact players of last year were Andre Russell, Nitish Rana, Shubman Gill and Dinesh Karthik. It was the bowlers who let them down with Kuldeep, and apart from Russell and Narain, there were no other bowlers to support. This year, but for Cummins and Varun, the entire bowlers have underperformed. Kuldeep, Narain and Russell were the biggest failures. And that was the sole reason why they did not come into the playoffs this year too. Dinesh Karthik bats ahead of Morgan. I don't know why. To me, he's a finisher and I felt that his role was not defined well. I also felt that players like Russell, players like Shubman were not having a defined role in the team. I did mention in my channel after 3 or 4 matches that Dinesh Karthik will lose his captaincy, since I could see there was no unity or coordination amongst players. Will KKR willing to lose Dinesh Karthik for the next season? So it seems. Will he move to his hometown CSK? So it seems. Sunrisers Hyderabad. I predicted them to be in the top 5. Don't ever throw them out of the reckoning. They are the most dangerous side. They will give you a feel that they are not there, but slowly and surely they will sneak in to the top 5. Consistency is their second name. Their batting and bowling unit has been defined well. It is their bowlers, especially Holder, Natarajan, Sandeep Sharma, Rashid and Shabaz Nadeem. They have bowled brilliantly to their plan. With the promotion of Saha, which I recommended in one of my daily predictions, have certainly changed. Initially, Warner bro, I thought you were kidding. Bringing in Marsh at the expense of Williamson? I got animated with your decision, Warner, that I had to call that error in my channel. Because of that, your middle order got exposed very badly. So when Marsh got injured, they called in Holder. What was CSK doing when Baji and Raina called off within 10 days of the tournament had actually begun? Viewers, SRH has come into the party at the right moment. And they are surely going to go give a great fight to Mumbai Indians in the finals. Delhi Capital shoulders has already been drooped. I keep saying it's a minds game. I definitely feel that SRH stands more than 60% of chance of taking up the trophy this season. Kings 11 Punjab. I didn't predict them to be in the top 5, and I was not surprised that they were not in the top 5. The best 11 combination was a huge challenge for Kings 11 Punjab. Their most weakest link, is strategy without converting them into action. How on earth can Gale bat at number 3 when he is considered as a destructive opener? Where was he in the first few games before he got injured? Their weakest link is their bowling department, and with Ashwin, who took 15 wickets last year, had moved to Delhi Capitals, the team lacked that bite. To counter this, they added some 32% of players as all-rounders, and this was a big gamble, and that's one of the reasons that I said this team cannot make it to the top 5. They also wasted few matches by having Karun Nair against Deepak Hooda. By the time Hooda was brought in, their playoff chances got thinner. Shami went off the steam so quickly. I did say in the curtain raiser that other than KL Rahul, Chris Gale, they do not have a team that can be consistent throughout the tournament, and their middle orders will get exposed early. And that's what happened again and again in this tournament. Delhi Capitals. I didn't expect them to be in the top 5. But I would say they sneaked into the top 5. Much similar to RCB. They lost their steam, losing 4 out of the last 5 matches. Shaw's failure consistently, but being in the team time and again. Persisting with Deshpande against Patel. Not selecting Hetmeyer in the playing 11. Shreyas Iyer's tiredness and helplessness could be seen in his face from being a chirpy man till the 10th game. Now these are all the indicators that all is not well for Delhi Capitals, and they cannot go beyond today. I've been mentioning that if Shreyas Iyer gets out early, the opponents can make some early inroads into the batting of Delhi Capitals, and that is what has been exactly happening. Though they have a formidable bowling lineup, they are not covered enough on the middle orders. I keep talking to you about these mind games. How can you drop Hetmeyer 2 consecutive matches when things were going so good, Shreyas? Now will you take him today against SRH? Where is your strategy? I've been telling you that mind games have taken over around the 10th game of each of the franchise, and that is where the team starts falling apart. So that is why I did not expect this team to be in the top 5. One notable thing, of course, is Stoinis' form. He was the most valuable player this year, though I did not expect him to perform well at this level. Again, poor Shreyas Iyer. He has an ill luck that keeps on going on the toss front. Win the toss today, Shreyas. Rajasthan Royals. I did not expect Rajasthan Royals to be in the top 5 at all. This team, right from the day one, thinks of only one aspect: aggressive without using the brains. While Kings 11 Punjab were focusing on only strategies, RR was only focusing on aggression without any plan. If you recollect, Rajasthan Royals was actually doing good in the first few matches when Steve Smith went in at number 4, and I was telling you that he needs to consolidate. And I was telling you that he needs to consolidate with every other member playing around him. And Samson was actually at number 3. But suddenly, I don't know what happened. Smith and Samson swapped their positions, and that dented Samson's confidence. Smith and management cannot expect the same magic from Tewatia or Archer every match on the batting front. So I felt they were either 1 or they were 0. They were not on point 5. So no strategies. Just go, play the game, enjoy life, lose, come out. So this is where the teams stand at the moment. And I, for one, feel that Hyderabad this year will lift the IPL T20 this year. So until I see you next year with the World Cup T20 matches, this is Ramkumar RN signing off from RK's Eagle Eye.